Hello, how are you today? I came to ask if you know the circle of people around you, because circle is very important. We are going to see it in this scripture in Acts chapter 14, verse 19 to 20. Paul was really antagonized by the Jews. Remember, he was part of the Jews before, and he was part of the antagony of the church. He was persecuting the church. So these Jews also started persecuting him because he was now following the way. Everywhere he went, they would plot against him, and they would want to bring him down. This time around, he had left Antioch and he ran to Iconium. He was in Iconium, in verse 19 says, but the Jews arrived from Antioch and Iconium, and having won over the crowds, they stoned Paul and dragged him out of the city. That is, they will look for Paul everywhere to make sure that he does not do the work which God has committed in his hands. You may be like that, and there's so much persecution directed to you because of your career, because of your ministry work, because of your assignment. And they stoned him. Let's see how they stoned him. They said they stoned Paul and dragged him out of the city, thinking he was dead. But the disciples formed a circle around him, and he got up and went back into the city. This is where I'm going. These Jews dragged him, stoned him, and thought he was dead. They're still dragging people today. They might drag you in your family. They might drag you on the social media. They might drag you in your workplace. They might drag you in school. And they are thinking that you are dead. The reason why they are dragging you is because they want you to die. And then they left you there to die. But something happened here. Paul had already raised new disciples in this place. This was in Lycaonia, not even Iconium. This was in Lycaonia. He has raised new disciples, and when he raised those disciples, they circled around him. And one thing that came to my spirit is when I read it, what if the disciples were not the right kind of disciples? What if they were just doing eye service, and when they saw an opportunity to kill Paul, they would have joined with the enemies of Paul to make sure that they match him while he was on the ground? Because who circles around you when you are down is very important. They stoned him thinking he was dead, abandoned him on the ground, but disciples circled him, and then because of that circling, Paul came up to life. Who is in your circle? The people circling you, can they revive you to life when you are down in career, in business, in ministry, down, and the issues of life have put you down? The people around you, can they help you rise up, or are they the ones that will come in and look at you and match you and say, you thought you were too much? It's very important to watch who is on your circle. So I leave you with this word, that God will bless you, and shalom.